Are you willing to follow Jesus in spite of the risks? As we dive into Acts chapter 21, Paul and his traveling companions leave Ephesus in order to go to Jerusalem. And along the way, they stayed at the home of others who followed Jesus. Now, most of them wanted Paul to go to Jerusalem, not fearing that he was going to be arrested or mistreated. And even the prophet Agabus, who accurately predicted the drought in Acts 11, now prophesies over Paul. He takes Paul's belt, binds his hands and feet to emphasize that Paul is going to be bound by the Jewish leaders and handed over to the Roman authorities. And I love Paul's response to this in verse 13. Why all this weeping? You are breaking my heart. I am ready not only to be jailed at Jerusalem, but even to die for the sake of the Lord Jesus. And just as Jesus made his way to Jerusalem despite the danger, Paul has the same attitude. He is willing to die for his faith if necessary. The leaders in Jerusalem celebrate with Paul as he shares the news of so many Gentiles coming to Christ. They also wanted to dispel the rumors that Paul is trying to get the Jews to stop living out their rituals and customs. So for their sake, Paul agrees to go through the purification rituals. They had already agreed not to force the Gentiles to become Jewish before they could follow Jesus. Instead, they wanted them to be able to follow Jesus while abstaining from certain things. Verse 25 states, "As for the Gentile believers, they should do what we already told them in a letter. They should abstain from eating food offered to idols, from consuming blood or the meat of strangled animals, and from sexual immorality." By doing this, they are avoiding offending the Jewish leaders and other potential Gentile believers. Even still, the rumors persisted, and an angry mob seizes Paul. The mob gets out of control, and some are trying to kill him, so the Roman authorities come in to stop the rioting. And how is Paul responding to what is happening to him? Instead of being fearful for his life, Paul takes a great risk and uses this opportunity to tell the angry crowd about Jesus. How do you sense God wanting you to apply what you discovered in this passage to your own life? Are there risks he is asking you to take to share the love of Jesus with others?